Hello everyone. Welcome to another Adobe Live Design Blitz. There we go. Getting all the words sorted out in my head. It's happening. How are y'all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Alex Lazaris. I am your host for Design Blitz. If you don't know what Design Blitz is, it is where I try to sprint through an entire brand collateral, brand systems, brand design, all those good things in an hour. So it's very, very quick. We go really, really fast. Today, we're actually gonna be working on a client project called Floweret. Whoa, wrong buttons. What is going on here? Oh. Hold on, chat, 1 second. I changed something yesterday. 1 second. Sorting things out. Nope, that's not it. We're just gonna change this stuff. Don't worry, don't look at that. It's fine, everything's fine. Let's just change that property over to the other side. Boom, there we go. You didn't see anything, chat. Everything's fine. All right, there we go. Perfect, solved. Same thing here. Yeah, cool. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Holy moly, what a Wednesday. All right, so we start. Boom, Floweret. We're gonna be working on Floweret today. It's really exciting. Floweret's actually a boutique flower shop based in New York City. Go check out their work. They are super duper talented. They do all types of incredible floral designs. Check it out here. Floweret.nyc is their Instagram tag, or you can go over to their website, floweretnyc.com. It's gonna be a lot of fun. They are super talented, and so I'm helping them out with a rebrand project. Really quickly, started doing it the other day. I liked the idea. So the backstory for you to understand the context is they do like hospitality, like retail space floral design. So they're working with Schmuck NYC right now. Schmuck is like a really cool, like it's kind of the hottest bar in New York right now. It's kind of designed to be like a house party. So it's really, really fun, really engaging, and they do all the floral design for them. So I wanted to build a brand for them that kind of resonates with that same audience. I wanted it in a way that was like, it could both scale up to be like working with like art galleries, but also work with like small vendors or even weddings. So there's kind of a line for this brand where I want it to feel like both upscale and clean, but also can get like gritty and have like pop-up chef moments and things like that. So that's the entire design ethos that I built with it. Because they're in New York City, I decided to go with like Helvetica for their typeface. I know maybe that's too on the nose, but I think Helvetica being the subway signs, I think it's a really good opportunity. And then did this beautiful little like flower design coming from the interior of the O, like this negative space here is what I ended up using. I'll show you how to recreate that really quickly, just so you can do it at home. I know, we're not going to spend the whole time doing logo design since I've already got that, but I want to do design system stuff today. So just grab your like interior circle shape and then go to like repeat radial. And then you can set how many petals you want. You can, completely lose the entire integrity of it, or you can just, have a couple. Maybe there's only 4, 5, 6, as many as you want. You can also shift and hide certain petals if you wanted to. So if we wanted to do something different, you can do that there. You can also increase the spacing. So if you ever wanted to like do some really cool things, see how it looks animated, if you were to like test this and just record it, I think that could work really well too. All right, so that's how I came up with that little symbol. I think it pairs really nicely. It's kind of like gender neutral, which was the point that I was trying to go with. I know we've got like flowers in general get branded very heavily towards like the female spectrum. I think what the beauty of their floral designs is the composition and just like the intrigue and the contrast that they're doing inside their actual floral work. I'll actually show you some of their stuff here, and then we'll go into the actual pieces. They're just genuinely, absolutely incredibly talented people. I hope that one day they'll do tutorials because I would love to learn how to make floral arrangements like this. But yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. Really cool to see. So this is what I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to be building the design system for them today. And we've got this piece. Ooh. This is one of kind of like the initial pieces that I was showing them and like how their website could kind of operate. And it was just kind of the idea of like, how do we lean into like a grid gallery view? Like websites typically they're a lot of work, especially for a small company to kind of continuously maintain. So I was trying to think of like, how do we treat this as like an art gallery where you can go in and you can like have images of the work you've done and then archive and maybe some like descriptors and things like that. And then we could do like event posters. So that's what we're going to do today is like what these little event posters could look like. I like this adaptive poster system. So like if I was to like duplicate this artboard over here, and then just like start bringing in some of their actual images like this, like how does this live inside their identity system? Jack says, I love the radial repeat. Yeah, radial repeat is one of my favorite tools inside of Illustrator now, I think. I just love, ever since it's been added to it, it's incredible. I use it quite often. So here's like an option, like if we were to take that really nice red from the flower itself and then pair it with this, how do we like, I could do this where I break the grid actually. So you've got something like kind of hanging off like that. And that feels like it could really work just from like a social post perspective. I'll probably build this out in Express once I get everything designed, just so that I have something that they can start posting online and really rapidly. So we got this poster. Let's see here. We got to figure out, okay, let's continue with this. If I was to build like a grid structure, how would I do it? I'm going to just quickly like just make a couple rectangles. You can get really granular with the spacing. I'm just gonna kind of do it like this and see what we got. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 6 grid could work. We can always do a 12 grid later on if we want to as well. Do I want a margin on each side? Probably a good idea actually. Boop-a-doop-boo. I'm gonna grab that there, boom. And we're gonna pull this over just to make a little grid system. All right, and then shrink it down, and then, ooh. Whoa, computer is not happy. All right, we're gonna grab that. You didn't see that, chat. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. All right, so just making little grids. I'm gonna just shrink that to make actually symmetrical. All right. So now we have this option where we can take these pieces, make that grid structure happen, and we can just drag it all the way down. I'm probably going to keep it like this. I'll group it, and then I'm going to just change the opacity like to 16, just so I have the grid structure. And I'll paste it right on top of the background. You can always change this color if you need something a little bit more visible. You can also go in here and then go to, I can right click it and then guides. Oh, when your brain doesn't work, do. Yeah, there you go, guides. So go to view and then guides and then make guides. And then whenever you press your command bit. Wow, words are so hard today. Alessandra, hey again. Hey Alex. Hey Alessandra, how you doing? Semicolon. That's what command semicolon works. And that will make the guide for you. But I want to keep this here so I can constantly just be like updating the grids and refining it if I need to. So I'm not going to make it a guide, but you can. All right, let's go here. So if I wanted to like play with the grid, I could do that here. I could make it line up, and then I could change this here. So that's aligned. You can always give these paddings too, so you don't have to structure it completely on that grid if you don't want. Other options is like if I wanted to, let's see here, like if I was to do like an event poster, like, let's see if I have, there's some, like this is a really cool piece, cool lighting, let's see here. I know that I can have, here's some of their pieces that they've done for Schmuck. Like this, I love this piece so much. Let me grab that actually in here. Boom. Grab this. I know that this system can work where it's adaptive to the color palette. I think that's great. We can also just do like a 1x1. So if I wanted to do this by like 1080 high width 1080, boom. I'm going to grab that and increase it. It's actually really cool. I really like this color, and the white, or like the off-white with it is just really, really clean. We also have this like really cool, we have that flower element that I showed you a second ago. If you're wanting to chat in chat, come on over, be.net/Adobe Live, or come on over to our YouTube and I'll be reading comments there as well. All right, here we go. So I've got this like little design element, this, the flower petal itself. F, where are you? There you go. So there's like elements where like, maybe I want the entire thing there, or I can also just like kind of align it and just have it as like a small little like asterisk almost. I can either grid this up to the top if I want to. Boom. A little small one there if I want. It's kind of nice. All right, so we got that as like an Instagram post if we want it to. I think you won't be able to read this at 1080 by 1080, but that's totally fine as well. That's dope. All right, I'm gonna take this image. I'm gonna open up Photoshop with it. My right light is like very, very face bright today. Let's get the Photoshop going in there, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to posterize it and then use it as more like an art gallery piece as like additional details on a white poster. Like if they were to do like a pop-up in their space or have people over, how do I like bring that brand to light? I'm going to bring that in here. Boop, boop, boop. All right, image, adjustments, posterize. Oh, I need to do a black and white pass real quick. What up, Patrick? How you doing, Patrick? Happy Wednesday. Black and white, boom. And then I'm gonna do like a curves adjustment. Just really crank it up. And I'm gonna unlock that and then just turn them all into a smart object. And then now I'm going to do a posterize, go to image adjustments, posterize, try to get it down to like 2 if possible. I might need to actually go in there and go to the smart object. Let's see if image selection will actually work here. I have a feeling it's going to be really difficult with all the like elements. Oh, actually it's pretty solid. Yeah, let's try that. Save that, pull it in. Cool. Oh, and then I got to turn back on these layers. Boom, boom, boom. Cool, that's actually pretty sweet. What I can do with this now is, let me export it as a JPEG, a PNG. And then I'm going to just bring that into Floweret and then just have that here as a posterize test. Okay, cool. Let's say if we did, let's say we're doing like another like white poster here. I wanted to bring in some of these other elements. I'm going to grab these tiny little pieces. Boom. Let me see. I don't think I have the, oh, I do have the, let me grab that grid section. Yeah, wow, words. Let me just make that grid system again really, really quick. Boo, boo, boo. My grids. Command Y to see the outline shape if you want. There we go. And then boom. There we go. Group it. And now I'm just going to like grab and adjust ever so slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 grid. So I can take these like elements here and then regrid them. And use this as like the framework for this piece. Like I said earlier, you can change the opacity. So I'm going to right align this there. Boom. Oops. I can grab that there. Super tiny. Let's shrink that. And then give it like more spacing there. Projects goes here. I'll go like right align that and then just bring it over. Did I have anything else? I have other stuff somewhere else in here. Let's see. I'm just gonna. Cool. So we got that. Now let's pull in that PNG we made. Posterize test. Got that cool piece here. And then what I can do, so I can do a color pass in here if I want to. which gives me a couple options. I can always take this and like I'm trying to figure out like how do I make this feel more like an art like gallery or pop-up than just like a kind of want to break the grids where possible. I just need to make it more pastel, to be honest, or like more natural colored. I think that actually is cooler. Going super vibrant is just not going to be the correct fit for them. Forgot that as an option. Okay. I wonder if what would happen also if I took this PNG and then tried to like outline it or image trace it. Might get kind of weird. Okay, let's see, expand. Select, same appearance, and then grab it. Oh, I don't want the white. That's funny. I'll just grab the same, select, same appearance, and then just delete the white. So now we've got like a vectored version of this, which I think actually might be pretty cool. Gives us a lot that we could play with. I think I probably need to adjust this to be like, maybe like that. Keep it, let's see here. I'm just adjusting that ever so slightly. Let's get this in here and there. That might be interesting. Let me grab that and then I'll change this all to white. Jack says colors are nice, very fall. Yeah, super fall, very pumpkin-y. Okay, all right. I think that starts to get more interesting, or you got this as a texture. I wonder if I'm being distracted by the exterior elements. No, I think that's cool actually. I wonder if this needs to be like not the same color, but maybe we like bump it up to like maybe we'll keep it the same actually. Let's grab this actually and go over here. I think I'm going to move this. Maybe it's fine. Sometimes it's hard like making very just like artsy things over like very conversion heavy websites or designs. But I think that's kind of nice. It feels interesting. Maybe it's because like now we have like a counterweight to everything that's happening on the top left. Got that visual line there, and then an empty space here to like counterbalance the. Yeah, I think that works. All right, let's go on from here. Got some more. We're gonna do that. Let's think. Grab some poster mockups from Adobe Stock. Go to free, so go to stock.adobe.com. Poster mockup. There we go. Let's grab. I know we did we're like, oh, this makes sense because it's a subway. So let's do that. It's a JPEG. We'll have to make our own smart objects, and that's totally fine. Actually, oh, that was a buy asset. Whoopsies. All right, I think we're good. We'll use the. Do I want to do that, or let's see here. See if I can find a subway mockup. Oh, here we go. That's actually dope because this looks like New York. Let's grab that. And we'll make a mockup out of that. If it wanted to hurry. 54 seconds. Holy moly, what a big image. All right, I'm gonna grab that into Photoshop real quick. And then we're gonna make our own little mockups. So typically I just like to create a little rectangle. I'm going to fill it, the color palette here. And then what I'm going to do is convert it to smart object. And then I'm going to do a perspective fix on it. Boom, 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 boom. And then this goes up there. Cool. Just adjusting that ever so slightly. Cool. Now we got that in there. And then what I can do is I can actually just grab the object select there, and then I'm just going to play it. Nope, I want to grab the correct layer, not that one. Stop. You know what I can do is actually this. I'll just grab the interior lines on it. Just do a little mask. Cool. Mask. And then now I'm going to click into it. Let's do like, what does NYC subway signs look like? Got that. And we've also got like downtown Brooklyn here. All right, cool. So maybe we do something. Maybe we take like the. maybe we like remake our own signage real quick. Floweret. And all right, we got that cool, and then we'll do that. It's like Florent Schmuck, and then we can do like our own little like icon system. I don't know. This might be an idea that gets killed pretty rapidly because it's too much. Jack says DIY mockup workshop today on Design Blitz. Exactly. When in doubt, free mockup it out. That's what we're doing today, chat. All right, we got that, and then we'll grab the icon. Grab this, put it there. Cool, and then I'm trying to think like, how do I make their martini glass? Trying to think. Their martini glass is like not a normal martini glass. So I'm trying to think of I also don't want it to be like so sharp, especially next to how clean the flowers are. So I'll probably just ugh. Just adjusting that ever so slightly and make it a little bit more simple and streamlined. Ooh. Okay, so maybe it doesn't really feel like they're like overthinking it. Just an icon, Laz, get it done. All right, I'm gonna actually just align that, and maybe that's fine. And then we'll do just a big, beautiful arrow. Just copy it. What up, Umacorn? How you doing? Happy Design Blitz Day. And then boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see. Maybe we need to do like a stroke above. Cool. Let's grab this and let's see what happens when we get it in the mockup now. We got this here. Oop. I don't know why that mockup was getting cut off there or whatever. Fine. Let me lower this actually. That's actually kind of fun. It's like a concept for what they're doing. We could even build this as like an icon set where maybe they're doing collaborations with like other restaurants or bars, and each one kind of gets their own little like icon set and talks about like when they're doing the event. That could be like a lot of fun actually. I kind of like this as an idea, but maybe it's too, I don't know, maybe New Yorkers will hate it. If you're a New Yorker in chat, let me know if you like it or not. Let me save this real quick as like a subway concept. And then we need to make another one. How do I want to do this? Jack says, "I know that was the Behance chat not loading." Oh, interesting. Welcome back to chat, the new McCorn. We missed you. Glad it's working now for you. All right, we got this. Let's grab, do another rectangle. Just paint. I'm gonna paint a different color so it's not black, so it's easier to see. Create smart object, and then I'm gonna perspective warp it again. What is going on? I want to adjust my opacity so I see it better. So I showed you how to do one perspective warp earlier. This one's a lot easier to deal with because you just move the anchor points yourself. It's pretty sweet. All right. Cool. That works. Whatever. I can do this. And then I can mask it if I want to. All right, let's go into this. Boom. Now I can do like a typical let's think. So I got this image. No, you know what? I think I was gonna do like a meet the ladies of Floweret. But I think I'm gonna actually just use like, see if there's any like horizontal images that might work really well. Throwing this into Photoshop here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if I can grab this. I'm gonna grab color overlay and grab something that's like stands out. And I'm gonna adjust this opacity And then I can do like, I'm gonna try to like make the sides of it like darker, just so it's a little bit easier to read. Oops. Let's see here. Grab that, and I'm gonna grab this. And then I'm going to do like another layer, and it'll just be like a solid color. Be black. Invert that mask. And then what I'm going to do here is just darken and like lower it down. And then what I can do here is like I can place like this copy block what we have. Just in case somebody's like stopped in the middle of the subway area and they like want to read about it. Maybe that works. I know it's New York City. Nobody's going to stop and read it, but whatever. We're just trying to get proof of concept going on this. I think it's interesting. Let me actually just grab this orange so it matches the street signs above. Cool. We're gonna grab that. That actually looks pretty sweet. I like that as like a billboard idea. I think that's kind of fun. I like the idea of it like feeling like a street or a destination. I think they could, if I wanted to duplicate it, we could do this as like multiple stops. Let me just Command J to duplicate that, and then see what it looks like. Like that could be really interesting as like multiple stops or destinations. I could obviously like adjust the spacing throughout it, but I think in general, it's an interesting concept. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. All right, we got that. What else we got? We got what else did I download earlier? Another Subway ad. Yeah, let me grab that. All right, we'll do that. The challenge on this is the green is gonna be very bright, but that's fine. Do the same thing we did earlier. Oh my lord, it's Shauna Lynn Puncherson. How you doing, Shauna? Happy Wednesday, my dude. Let's see if this is going to work. Z says that's not an NY subway, is it? I thought I was, which one? This one? Are you talking about this one? It looks very, that looks very New York City to me. But I don't know. I don't know all the subways in New York. Let's see. Perspective warp. I need to smart object it first. And then Z says, yeah, but it's very clean. All righty there. All right, calm down. Z's like, my public transit where I live is phenomenal. Show off. As somebody who lives in LA and we have like zero public transit. I'm jealous of everybody who does have one, even if it's dirty. Oh no, I'm getting the beach ball. Jack says, I would like to take the subway with these icons. Absolutely. That'd be sweet. Oh, beach ball's done. Yay, beach ball. All right, let's grab boom, 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 boom. Cool. Now I got this. Now I can grab like let's do something like this. Do a solid, solid color. And pull that below. And then I'm going to choose like, ooh, that's actually quite nice. I'm going to take the logo. Whoop. Expand it out. And then I'm going to color overlay and get it that red, probably that really nice dark red there. That's really lovely. And then I'm going to do like text on top to be Helvetica. Pop up. Is it dash up? Just tidy up that tracking, and then I'm going to pull it over, center, and then align to canvas, middle, and then just the color palette to be like, whoa, I did a strike through on accident. That's funny. I don't know. For some reason, I like feel like I want it to be capitalized, but that doesn't feel elegant either. Oh. Trying to find like a color in here that I really want to use. Z says, I mean, if you know, you know. All right, Z. That's funny. All right, we got that there. Let me do like a... Let me just grab this, adjust it. Boop, 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 boop. What am I grabbing? I'm grabbing like the About Us section. I'm going to do like date. And then just like a small... little bit of like that. I'm just going to adjust this to be black so I can read it for right now. We have like 4 minutes left, so I'm just be speedy. animation. Just adjust this. Boom. All right, we're gonna grab that, throw that into this Photoshop here. Ah, I ding-donged it. Let's do like 4/30/25. What's the date? There we go. Boom, boom. Maybe that's good. Let's see here. Oh, beach ball. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Come on, beach ball, you can do it. Almost saved. Come on, don't crash on me. All right, let's bump this up. Let's just adjust this ever so slightly. Okay, you got this. You can do it. Nice. All right, so we got a little like pop-up ad for that. That's not too bad. The mock-up I need to like go in and fine-tune. We just don't have enough time in the stream. We got that mock-up done. We got this subway mock-up done. I think that this is a really fun concept. I'm excited to see what their take is on this. I think it could be a lot of fun. Like, you know, there's like when you're like doing like an interstate trip in the States and you've got the like food and the camping and the like drink or rest stop icons. I think that could be a lot of fun to like bring that iconography into the system, just as like a, if we want to have fun with it, since we're doing some of the Helvetica already. I think that could be a really fun take for like brand collateral, just like as like a silly thing to do. In general, I think the vector stuff here, I want to push this further. I want to make some more like art gallery style posters with it and have fun with it. And that'll be like the loudest side of the brand volume. And then the more chill stuff would be on this side, where it's like just more clean, more minimal, very gridded. And then we can break the grid when we need to like create more contrast. I think that these poster systems with like the dynamic color adoption is really a great way to go about it. I didn't realize it just like duplicated this artboard 3 times. Okay, whatever, it's fine, no worries. This I think is like just a really killer social post. Like it's just so clean. Like I think even just like without this, also chef's kiss. I think great composition on the image. I think the actual floral design is awesome, and I think this is just a really cool piece that I can see standing out. Yeah, building this in Express also will be really, really easy, and the client can like run with that really, really fast. So I think this is just really clean and simple and beautiful. So yeah, I love it. I think we're in a really good spot. Still got lots of work to do on it. We blitzed for an hour. We got here. Lots more to do. Appreciate y'all. Robert says, thank you, Alex. Looking great. Have a great day. You too, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm really stoked to be here with y'all, and we'll see y'all soon. Brush your teeth. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Stick around. There's more Adobe Live after this. Bye-bye, everybody.